complained too, there was a woman behind me with her kid, and the guy beside me, he was just like, the internet went away for a minute, and he swore, and the woman behind him was like, can you not swear? My baby is here. And I was just like, you know, man, it makes me so angry how much stuff we try to keep from kids. You know what I mean? Every time something happens, like kids at a school will fight parents, lose their mind, and they're like, oh, these kids were fighting because they watch violent movies and play violent video games. We gotta get them away from them. They're gonna grow up to kill people. Maybe, but has anybody in this room ever met someone in their 20s whose parents did not let them play violent video games or watch violent movies? You ever meet one of those magical people? They're the creepiest, most awkward people alive. Right? They're freaks. They don't look you in the eye when they talk to you. Traffic lights mess them up for like an hour and a half. They tuck in everything, even if they're wearing a suit and tie, just jam down. But these are the people we want walking the earth. I've always hated that argument because I grew up playing nothing but violent video games. That's all that I did. And I have never even been in a fight, okay? Mostly because I grew up playing video games. I was not ready for combat. My tiny bones had not yet formed, all right? I was covered in orange Cheeto dust, and I stared at a screen all day, okay? That is not how you create warriors. That is not how they do it. That is not how it happens. Nobody should be worried if their 7-year-old is playing violent video games, okay? Be worried if your 7-year-old is doing crunches. That is an issue, all right? That kid is going to start some problems. Like, hey, Chris, you want to go to bed? Just 12 more reps, Mom. Murderer. That is a murderer, all right? I just don't understand why we try to keep kids away from things. We are adults way longer than we're kids. Why don't we try to grow kids up to us instead of keeping them in this weird little creepy world where parrots talk and there's mice that will hug you and there's pretty much just pedophiles on TV constantly. Hey, kid, come into my talking tree. What? If that was on the street, never. I just don't understand why people used to try to grow kids up, like tribes used to just give a kid a stick and be like, hey, kid, you take this and go wander into the woods, okay? And if in 2 weeks you can walk back out, you're a man. Now people are like, don't swear. He's only 9. Screw that, all right? Kids should be sworn at, okay? Right in their tiny little kid faces so they have some idea of what's coming up in this world, all right? It's a tough place. If you don't hear swearing as a kid, are you going to be ready for a bail bill when that comes your way? I doubt it. It's just so ridiculous. We're trying to keep away. You know what? And swearing is so needed in certain situations, all right? And if you don't hear it as a kid, when you do hear it as an adult, it will blow your face right off. Like, nobody in this room has ever heard the phrase, intercourse me harder. That's not a phrase, okay? That is not a phrase you will ever hear. And if you do hear it, run! Run out of that room! Because you are going to get choked. I don't understand why we're trying to baby kids so much. Like, I saw this kid the other day in the street. He had a jawbreaker, and it's just the best day of his little kid life. He's just walking down the street, and he's like, la, la, got a jawbreaker, la, la. And then he dropped it, and it shattered, and his whole face crumbled. Like, it looked like he went through 9 divorces right there. And he starts freaking out. He's like, no, my jawbreaker. Ah! And his mom comes over and goes, don't worry. She goes, don't worry about it, kid. I'll get you another jawbreaker. It's like, what's that? No, this is not a life lesson for this kid. You just don't get your stuff back in life. I wanted to walk over to him and just be like, wow, kid, you dropped your jawbreaker, huh? Wow, that is a rough day, dude. Man, that is tough. You know another tough day, though, that's coming up for you, kid? One day, you're going to open up your fridge and find out you only have soy sauce. That is also a pretty messed up day, okay? And no amount of crying is going to fill your fridge, all right? Like, oh, my crayons are broken. Do you got to pay rent, kid? Shut up right now, all right? I would love to have broken crayons at the first of the month. That would be the best, man. You could use excuse. The super just knocks on your door like, Nathan, your rent's due. But my crayons are broken. How can I possibly? Oh, the whole box? I didn't know, dude. 2-week extension. Don't even worry about it.